How do you handle hurt? How do you handle hurt? That's what we're talking about this week. How do you handle hurt? And this morning, we're going to deal with check your spirit. Check your spirit. That's what I'm talking about. You got to check your spirit. Now, as you already know, I'm going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway, and then I want you to do a couple things as well. I want you to share the matter. Don't keep it to yourself. And I want to make sure that you put your comments in the chat area so we can hear from you and others can get the cumulative effect of the revelation that everybody is getting. Good morning, Gina. How are you on this morning? Put in the chat area. I want to hear from you all this morning. How do you handle hurt? How do you handle hurt? This week, that's what we're dealing with, because I think that that is one of the most significant things that we have to really work at. Handling disappointment, handling hurt, handling rejection, handling offense, King James language, handling an ought, whatever the case may be. Good morning, Anna. How are you on this morning? Gloria, how are you? Lena, how are you on this morning? And I want to deal with that subject. I really want to deal with that and just give you some handles so that you can handle hurt. That's what I want to do. And if it's your first, second, or third time joining us, please let us know who you are, where you are, and so that I can then shout you out. Good morning, Arlene. How are you all on this morning? Okay, so let's just jump right into it. I want to jump right into it and want to deal with handling hurt. Check your spirit. Check your spirit. Here's the text. The text is Hebrews 12:15. Hebrews 12:15. The writer, possibly Apollos, is telling us the church that is going through persecution, but there are people who are dealing with stuff. And here's his response to those who just cannot handle the hurt that they're dealing with. Lest any root of bitterness spring up that cause trouble. Lest you better deal with it, he's saying. Because if you don't deal with it, a root of bitterness will spring up and cause trouble. There's three things I want to share with you about that text, and I believe that it'll bless you. Put it in the chat area. The first thing is this: check your pride. Check your pride. You already know the text that says pride comes before the fall. What is pride? Pride is when you put yourself in the place of God. Pride is when you put yourself in the place of God. In other words, I then see myself at a place that I'm not willing to forgive. I'm not ready to forgive. I'm going to then, as I said on yesterday, I want you to write your name on the cast where I hurt myself or where you hurt me. So I put myself in the place of God, because God, of course, gives us forgiveness. But I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to let that go. So I put myself through pride in the place of God. The second thing is this: I become pregnant in my spirit. I become pregnant in my spirit. Now, ladies, I'm not trying to throw shade or throw you under the bus, but I have found that more often than not, more women than men tend to take in the hurt like it's a baby and become pregnant with it. And I'm telling you that if you take it in and don't manage it, you will become pregnant with hurt. What does it do? Just what Apollos wrote in Hebrews 12:15. Apollos says that it will take root, it'll spring up, it will cause trouble. So you got to manage it. You got to deal with it. Here's the third thing. The third thing is this: check your spirit of perfection. Check your spirit of perfection. Check your spirit of pride. Check your spirit of pregnant. Check your spirit of perfection. What do you mean by that? This is what I mean by that. When you are perfect, then you can judge me. Put that in the chat area. When you are perfect, then you can judge me. Well, none of us are perfect. All of us will make mistakes, and all of us will hurt one another. Sometimes intentionally, more often than not, not so much. The fact is, because none of us are perfect, none of us have the right to hold on to the hurt that somebody inflicted upon us, because we indeed do it to others. We're not perfect. We're just simply not perfect. Because I cannot see myself in the place of perfection, the place of pride, and because I'm pregnant with it, I nurse it. And as Apollos wrote in Hebrews 12:15, that root springs up and causes trouble. What trouble does it cause? I get to a place where I'm bitter about that. Bitterness is like peanut butter. It spreads over your life if you're not careful. I will tell you this, and then I'll give you the takeaway. More often than not, people who are always bitter find the root. And I guarantee you, it's going to have something to do with hurt. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: handle hurt and manage it through your spirit, because the word says in Corinthians, the spirit is subject to the prophet. The spirit, your spirit is subject to you. So the devil didn't do it, your spirit did. Manage it. The Lord be with you, his face shine upon you, give you peace. More talking about hurt tomorrow when we deal with church hurt. God bless you. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.